Monaco. One of the wealthiest places on earth, loved by the rich and famous, where watching Formula 1 and seeing supercars and luxury yachts going past just becomes an everyday occurrence. But beyond all the glitz and glamour, Monaco has also had a successful football team that they can be proud of. Their team has been able to compete both domestically and in Europe, having won 8 League One titles and also recently been able to get to 2 major European Cup finals, one of which being the European Cup Winners' Cup final and then more recently the European Champions League final. And then on top of that, they can boast about having one of the most beautiful stadiums in world football. So today we want to talk about a certain moment in their history. And if you're new here, welcome to the Bosman viewing, and we want to show you when Monaco had arguably one of the best teams in world football that no one talks about. So the time period we want to be looking back at is between the years of 1996 and 1997. And when you start looking at the players they had, it was unbelievable. And during this time, the team was being managed by first of all Arsene Wenger, and then it was passed over to Jean Tigana, who was actually able to lead this team to lead success. And when you look back then, you can see the points difference. It was quite comfortably, and with this squad of players, it was no surprise. And now, when you're comparing with the great teams from around that era, you have the legendary early 90s AC Milan, you've got the standout mid-90s Ajax team, and of course you've got the famous treble-winning Manchester United team. So we want to see how this Monaco squad stacks up against those iconic teams, and look at the players they had available to them to find out if they would be on the same level. So first, we're going to look at some squad players to show just how much strength and depth they had. Starting us off, Philippe Christianval, future Barcelona defender. And we have powerful defensive midfielder Martin Jetu, who helped him win the league that year. And Gilles Gramonde, who would go on to win the double with Arsenal. And Salif Diao, who would be a future Champions League winner with Liverpool. And Sylvain Legwinski, who was a big part of their midfield during this time. Then there's John Collins, the Scottish footballing legend that they signed on a Bosman. And Victor Ikpeba, Olympic gold medalist and African Footballer of the Year. Now, let's look and see just how many star players and superstars this team actually had. First up, we have flamboyant French goalkeeper Fabien Barthez. Already a Champions League winner at this point, he would go on to win World Cups, European Championships, multiple league titles, and at one point in his career be considered the best goalkeeper in the world. Now we have the rock-solid defender Lilian Thuram. Thuram chose to leave Monaco in '96, and just like Barthez, he would go on from strength to strength in his career, winning the World Cup just like his teammate and also winning league titles no matter what country he was playing in. Next up, dynamic defensive midfielder Emmanuel Petit. Another future World Cup and European Championship winner, Petit captained the club for moments during this time, and he would go on to have a massive career, winning titles everywhere he went. Now let's talk about midfield maestro Ali Benarbia. This midfield genius was a big reason behind this team's success. He would go on to win multiple league titles in France, not only with Monaco but also PSG and Bordeaux. He's what you would consider a player's player. They knew the quality that he had. He would go on to have massive success, even at other clubs including Manchester City, where he's still fondly remembered. Now getting to the front line, we have Samba star striker Sonny Anderson. This well-travelled striker went on to win everything you can at domestic level in Brazil, France, Switzerland and Spain. He was also the top goalscorer in France in 3 different seasons and was actually the League One Player of the Year in '97. Next up we have legendary French striker David Trezeguet. Yet another future World Cup and European Championship winner, Trezeguet is a legend in French football. There's no denying the quality this man had, and he won titles all throughout his career. And to round things off is footballing icon Thierry Henry. At the very early stages of his career, and you've probably guessed by now, he's another future World Cup and European Championship winner. He won league titles in France, England and Spain, and there's too many individual awards that he won for me to list out here. He was an invincible, it's a legend of the game. Thierry Henry was leading the front line for for this Monaco team. Now at this stage, if you're still unconvinced by how great this squad of players actually was, if we now add up the winners' medals of every player that was mentioned in this video, just for these trophies, that's a World Cup winners' medal, that's a European Championships winners' medal, then a European Cup or Champions League winners' medal, and then we add up all the domestic titles that these players have won in their leagues, that comes to a total of 48 winners' medals, just for these players alone, not taking into account individual honours or domestic cups. So even though this team didn't quite reach the heights of others during this time period, there's no denying the quality of this squad, and they deserve a place in football history, and to be remembered and talked about more often. We hope you enjoyed the video. This is the Bosman viewing, so if you're new to the channel, check out our other content with lots of different football videos on here. If you enjoyed this, if you could thumbs it up, that'd be great. Subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.